Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. I'm delighted today to say I'm joined by a former West Ham United player. Everybody, welcome Sébastien Schemmel to the channel. Sébastien, thank you very much for joining me. How are you?
Yeah, good and you, Jake. It's a good pleasure for me to speak with you and with every fan of West Ham.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining me. So, of course, Sébastien, you joined the club quite a few years ago, all the way back in 2001. You played 63 times for the club and scored that one goal in a quite a good win at Upton Park, of course, at home to Derby. So, I just want to go back to the start in terms of West Ham. So, overall, how did you sign for West Ham, and how did that come about? You moving to England?
I was so lucky to sign for West Ham because I play for Metz and we play in a cup, Intertoto Cup against West Ham. And Harry Redknapp, the manager, signed me for 6 months for starts. And after that, I signed 4 years for West Ham. And it was a fantastic experience for me because to start in England and play for West Ham and with the best fan in the world. So for me, I'm very lucky to sign to West Ham, and for me it was so easy to play for West Ham because there's a very great team with a lot of people, a lot of very good players like Paulo Di Canio, very strong team, and we play to Upton Park, and for me the best atmosphere in the world.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to come on to that a little bit later on. The sort of atmosphere at Upton Park. What was that like for you, and did it just give you that extra boost to go forward?
Yeah, we play. I think there are 40,000 fans every game, so with a lot of passion, with a lot of power. When you come on a pitch with the bubble, with the song of the bubble, so you are another man, you are another player because everybody push you, and to play every game at Upton Park is not the same game every time. It's difficult for me to explain, but when you play for West Ham at Upton Park, yeah, just the player who play for West Ham who can feel that. It's so exciting every game. It's so you think you are very strong, and for me to play for West Ham at Upton Park, for me it's the best thing they can have in my life.
Yeah, brilliant. What was it like moving to England, of course, from France? Was that sort of a difficult thing for you to do, or did you just sort of take it all in your stride moving to England?
It was so difficult for me because I don't speak English.
Yeah.
So when you come to London and for the first time, and the manager speak just in English, is very difficult. But the football is universal for everybody. So I play with a lot of French, with Paulo Di Canio sometimes speak French. Joe Cole speaks sometimes French because he learned in a school. So it was very easy for me to play for West Ham because there are a lot of people who speak French. But when you play football, you play the same language. So I was very the first month was very difficult for me because I lived to the hotel, and I tried to learn English language. So after 6 months, I speak very well English. So it was very easy for me after that.
Yeah, very good. Like sort of with the squad that you played with there, who was your closest friend that you sort of got along really well with in the squad?
Joe Cole was my friend. Jermaine Defoe. After Freddie Canute because he speaks French. David James because he was crazy. And my best friend Thomas Webka because this man is very very crazy man, but I love him. I love him because he play with passion, and it was very easy to see. I'm for 100%. Thomas Webka was my best friend.
Yeah, obviously Thomas Repka, like yourself, a defender, really hard, old school type of, really good defender that you also got along really well with.
Yeah, Thomas Webka for me is a legend for West Ham because, like me, I have a tattoo of West Ham. So it's for that. I think when you have a tattoo of of one team is because you have this team in your heart. And Thomas Webka, for me, I think he's the same man like me. He loves West Ham. I love West Ham. And to be honest, I watch every game of West Ham. When even now, when West Ham lose, I'm sad. I'm not happy. I'm not happy for the fan. When I see the game to the Olympic Stadium, I say, "Oh my God, why I don't play now with this atmosphere?" But for me, Upton Park was better, much good atmosphere than Olympic Stadium. Just is for
Yeah.
me. This is just my opinion.
Yeah.
But
That's what I
when
sort of what. Go on.
no, go.
Yeah,
You?
because that was something I was going to come on to a little bit later, like because the difference in the atmosphere between the Olympic Stadium we're at now and Upton Park, there's a massive difference there. Like, have you got an opinion towards that? Because it's because it's gone backwards in terms of atmosphere, moving stadiums.
Yeah, for me, I'm back to Upton Park for the last game for when I'm coming on a pitch and on the cabs with a lot of some player who was player of the years. When the Bobby Moore switch off the light at
Yeah.
the end, I cry because for me, I say it's the end of a fantastic history of this club. And when I came for the first time to Olympic Stadium, for me it's not the same. It's not the same. I understand the fans when he says we want we back to Upton Park to Bowling Ground. For me, I understand that because I play to Upton Park and it's so magic to play to Upton Park. So I understand the people who says they want back to Upton Park.
Yeah, because especially for people like you that played there, then to go down and it's knocked down, it's a big houses now, and it's just such a shame, like for people like you.
Yeah, for me, Olympic Stadium is too big. I think for me, it's not a stadium for the family. It's not for me. It's not a West Ham stadium because it's just my opinion. To be honest, maybe some people love to watch a game to the new stadium, but for me, it's easy to say that because I play to Upton Park. I feel I smell the people around the stadium every time. It was so fantastic to play to Upton Park. So, but I understand the people who love to Olympic Stadium too.
Yeah, definitely. There's a few people commenting in French in the chat, so I'm going to do my best to pronounce this for you, Sébastien. Firstly, Robert says, Bonsoir, Jake et Sébastien. J'espère que vous allez bien tous les deux. Sébastien, tu es toujours aime de tous les fans de West Ham. Merci pour votre service au club. I hope I said that right.
Good French.
Thank you.
That's good. It's good. So yes, I want just say one thing to the fans because I spoke sometimes with some fans, and I want to say thank you because if I was the player of the years of West Ham, it's not because I was good. It's because the people push me every time, every game. When I see the fan to London City, it was so nice with me. When you have the fan with you, it's very easy to play football. And to be honest, for me, if I can remember just one thing of West Ham is I love the people of West Ham. For me, West Ham is in my heart. And I know it's not very easy to say that, but I play for Nancy, who I live now. I play for Metz, but for me, the best thing I have in my life is to play for West Ham.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Question in here: what was the chicken run like to play by at Upton Park?
Sorry.
Question is, what
in
was
French,
the chicken
now?
run? No.
Chicken run. Yes, I
chicken
know.
run.
Chicken one was fantastic because for 45 minutes every game I went on a white, so for me it was so easy to. And sometimes when the referee stopped the game, I spoke with some fans to chicken run. So yeah, I love this. It was so fantastic to speak with the people who was just insistent. Good memory.
Brilliant, brilliant. Overall, sort of playing wise, who was the best player that you played with at West Ham? Because there were so
Paulo Di
many good talents.
Canio.
Paulo Di Canio, of course it was. What a player he
Paulo.
was.
Yeah, Paulo. Fantastic man. Fantastic player. I love him because he tried to speak French. He tried to. If he love me, I love West Ham. But him, 10 more, 10 times more, maybe. He is an incredible player. He play with his heart. He fight every game. Uh, when we have a problem, he find a solution for win the game. So Paulo Di Canio, for me, is one of the best player in the world who play for West Ham.
Yeah,
For sure.
definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I think, what was it like being around Paulo every day? What was he like in training? Was he just such a good guy?
Good guy. They fight. Uh, even at training ground, he won't win every game. Uh, Paulo Di Canio is special man. He's special player. He is for me. He is not human. I know if you understand. Uh,
Yeah,
every time, everything he try, he have a good result. So Paulo for me, it's difficult for me to explain in English, but I love him. I love him so much. I think the fan of West Ham love him for the rest of his life for 100%. So Paolo, in a pitch or out on the pitch, is a very nice guy. Very very nice man.
brilliant. Many people watching live are asking whether you can come back to play for West Ham, because at the moment we're not doing very well and we feel like we need you back.
If I can, I do that. But I watch every game. I, for me, West Ham finish in the top 10 for 100% sure. Because I said to you a few minutes ago, the fan push everybody. So maybe it's not a problem of the team at this moment. He doesn't play bad. For me, it's a very good team. He's unlucky at this moment. I watched a game against Arsenal, and for me, the first half he deserved to win, and after that, but the game changed. But for me, no problem. I want to say to the fan, West Ham finish in the top 10 for 100% sure.
I like the sort of positivity you've got there for sure. That there's one person in the chat whose birthday was yesterday. Could you just wish a happy birthday to Budgie for me, please?
Happy birthday to Bertie.
Brilliant, brilliant. Right, we've got some more French here. So Robert says, Sébastien, quel a être votre meilleure performance pour West Ham?
Yeah, good. My first game when we went to Manu in a cup and with 11,000 fans to West Ham
Yes.
at Old Trafford, we won 1-0 Paulo score.
Yeah.
And for me, for my first game in England, I played to Old Trafford with 11,000 fans, and we played. It was fantastic game. We play against Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Roy Keane, Fabien Barthez, Laurent Blanc. It was for me. It was the best team to Manu at this moment, and we won 1-0. And when we back to West Ham, everybody was so happy. So for me, it's the best performance of West Ham when I play for West Ham.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, obviously, with that being your first game, what a sort of magical, brilliant experience beating Man United, because we love it when we do that.
Yeah, yes, it was. For me, it was a dream to play my first game to Old Trafford, because we watch Old Trafford just on the TV in France. And for the first game, I play against Ryan Giggs, and after that, Cristiano Ronaldo, and we won 1-0. For me, I said, I can die after this game. I can die after this game. And when I watch this game in a TV with my son, and I explain what happened to this game, everybody is very happy for me.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Some more people comment here. Steve says, Jake, I met Sébastien years ago at the training ground, had a photo with him, great bloke, and took time for a 20-minute chat. There's lots of people that love to see you and have got fond memories of you, Sébastien.
Thank you very much. I want to say that everybody, I love you. I love every fan of West Ham. Because me today, and for the rest of my life, I'm the fan of West Ham. And I want to say that at everybody. So I love to speak football just with the people who love West Ham. People who love Spurs or Chelsea. I don't want to speak with them.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Russ is here, who I believe you spoke to last year, Sebastian. He says, love Sebastian, what a suave geezer. I'll send that. I'll send you that number, mate. Love Russ. There we go.
Yeah, Russ is my friend. I spoke with him last year. It was so easy. It's like you. It's the man who love West Ham. And for me, I love that. And so I want to say thank you to you, thank you to Russ, thank you to everybody, because the people who love West Ham, I love them.
Brilliant. People are really bringing out their French side tonight. Bonjour. Avez-vous regardé le match de Sevilla la saison dernière et vos opinions sur la signature de Brett Maguire?
Maguire signed for West Ham?
We are hearing sort of like, maybe not.
Maybe it's a good news for West Ham if he signed him. I like him. He's a very good player. I don't watch last year to Sevilla. I don't remember the score of this game, but for Maguire, for me, it's a good news for West Ham. I think we have need to bring some player like him for staying in a Premier League. But even if he doesn't sign for West Ham, we finish in top 10, and I'm sure at the end of the season, I called you back and I said I'm with finish top 10.
I do hope so. So that goal you scored for the club, Boxing Day, which not many people like playing on Boxing Day just after Christmas. You opened the scoring when we beat Derby at home 4-0. What was that like? That whole day, obviously, just after Christmas, scoring a goal for the club. What was that day like?
This resumes exactly what I feel to West Ham. If I score to Christmas, so for me, I stayed to West Ham 1.5 years. For 1.5 years, it was Christmas for me. And look, I scored to the Boxing Day. For me, to score, it's a miracle, because never I go to the box. And for me, I don't know. For this game to Derby, I remember I spoke with my dad and I said, today is my day. He said, no, you never score, even a training ground. I say, I don't know, but today is my day. And for the day of the Christmas, I score. So for me, it was very, very important for me. And this game stay in my head and stay in my heart for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Question here, they say, who were your footballing heroes growing up? Who was your sort of one or two heroes you had football-wise?
To West Ham? Or for
any club, yeah.
Paulo Di Canio, just for sure. And the second one, for me, it's
difficult. Yeah,
it's difficult because and Thomas Repka, just that for me. Yeah, for me, I don't want to speak about when I play against Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, or people like this, because I don't like them. Me, I love just the people who play for West Ham. So Paulo Di Canio and Thomas Repka.
Brilliant. Peter says, who was your toughest opponent in football? So what team for you was the hardest to play against in your whole career or at West Ham?
When we play against Arsenal, when he won every game. So my friend Thierry Henry, for me, it was very difficult for me. And Ryan Giggs, who play for Man U. They're two top players.
Yeah. Especially as well when Arsenal went and won every game in the season. That was just incredible. It must have been really hard to sort of play against.
Yeah, it was very difficult because it was maybe the best team in the world at this moment. And I remember what Arsene Wenger says. He says the most difficult team to play is West Ham away to Upton Park. And when I spoke with him after the game, we spoke in French, and he said to me to win or to play to Upton Park is so difficult for every team in England. So for me, this is the best thing he can say about West Ham. Arsene
Brilliant.
Wenger, one of the best managers in the world.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. You know, what he did with that Arsenal team was just absolutely incredible. Robert says in French, qui était le plus faux, Repka or Di Canio?
I was sure there was this question. 100% Thomas Repka. 100%. Paulo is gentleman. Thomas Repka is animal.
An animal. Brilliant. Yeah, definitely. So of course, only about 46 people won the award that you won in 2002, and that was the Hammer of the Year award. Absolutely brilliant. And what did that mean to you to win that Hammer of the Year award in 2002?
What's a dream? When I said to the people I was one of the player of the years of West Ham, nobody know me because I was a little French who come in England for the first years, and you won this fantastic trophy, and the fan vote for me. To be honest, it's a dream. They can even today, it's a dream. It's for that I want back to West Ham because I want to say what I think at everybody, and everybody who vote for me, I want to say I love you because for me it was so. Even today when I speak about this, sometimes I said I was unlucky to play for this fan, to play for this club, and I want this. So for me, I it's difficult for me to speak about this because sometimes I do it's very emotional for me. Emotional. I don't know the word.
Yeah,
Because
emotional. Yeah.
Because when you won, when you win this trophy, it's not a simple trophy. You win the heart at everybody, every fan, and I do that. So I'm very pleased. I'm very happy to do that. And I know today, even 20 years after, when the people, every fan speak about this, I know he love me. Even he love me, and for me, it's very important. Very, very important. It's for that when people like you try to speak with me, for me, I say yes every time because I love so much West Ham. For me to speak with you, I'm back 20 years ago. And for me, it's very important. I stay in live.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you know you sort of stay in contact and watch some of the West Ham games. You've got the West Ham tattoo, I believe, as well. You did, or you do have a cafe named Upton Park.
Yeah. Now it's my son who walk inside. Yes, some fan of West Ham when he came to Luxembourg, come take some picture, take some photo. Yeah, because I say again, but I love West Ham. So for me to call my restaurant Upton Park, it was very important for me because because West Ham stay in my heart. So for me, West Ham look like my family. So it's for that for me. It's very easy to take the name Upton Park to my restaurant.
Yeah. Comment here says Seb's goal gets a bit forgotten because Trevor Sinclair scored a brilliant goal on that Boxing Day as well. Di Canio scored as well, obviously in that 4-0 win. Do you remember that Sinclair goal?
Yeah, I remember this. I watched this game maybe 2 weeks ago, and I see the Trevor when he scored. It's unbelievable goal.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the most beautiful goal I never seen in my life. This one is fantastic. And yes, I remember every player who score. I remember this game. It was fantastic game.
Yeah, Yeah. People asking, when you were at West Ham, did you pick up any of the sort of Cockney language around, and did you try the sort of pie and mash and the tradition around West Ham?
Ah, maybe one day, but it's so difficult.
Yeah.
To speak English is difficult for me, but Cockney, no, is but maybe one day I learn that. So I remember when I come to West Ham, we learned to the song of Bubble. So I don't
Yeah.
remember everything now, but when I'm back to London, for 100% sure, I know the song I sung with every fan.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. So just moving on from that, obviously, in the season that you left the club, we did get relegated
Mm.
that year. There's sort of some similar things from that team to the team we've currently got. We're struggling, down near the bottom of the league. Do you see sort of similarities and things sort of the same from the year that you left the club?
With us this year?
Yeah.
No, it's not the same. I don't know. I don't have a answer about what happened, because with the same team, first years we finish in the top seven, and 1 year after we go down. So it was
Mm.
I don't know what's happened, but it was that I said to you. Now everybody knows what's happening in 2002 to 2003. It was that I said to you. Now this year the team finish in the top 10 because they don't do the same mistake, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Obviously, the manager that you had when you were at West Ham, Glenn Roeder, what sort of impact did he have on your sort of career? What was he like as a manager, Glenn Roeder?
Roder was a very good manager. I know he passed away
Yeah, last
what
year.
years ago. Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
So I was so sad because he worked for West Ham with his heart. He was a very nice, very good manager. I tried to understand every. It was difficult to manage to be a manager of West Ham when I play for West Ham, because we have Paulo Di Canio is crazy, Thomas Webka is crazy, I'm crazy. David James is crazy, and he was a very nice guy. It was difficult to manage a team like this, but he do a very good job the first year. The second years, I don't know what's happened, but for me, he stayed one of the best managers I have in my career.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah. With the players that he had there to get that seventh position, putting the second season to the side,
Mhm.
getting us to that sort of seventh position with that brilliant squad we have, with the likes of Michael Carrick and Joe Cole and all of
Yeah.
those brilliant players was such an achievement. And for you to be a part of that must have been amazing.
Mm. Yeah, we have a very good young people, good player, Michael Carrick, Jermaine Defoe,
Yeah.
Joe Cole. We start with Frank Lampard. I start with Ferdinand.
Mm.
In England you have a fantastic young player, and three of them play for West Ham at this moment. So when I remember my team, I'm sure with my team now we finish in the top 6 or 5 of the Premier League for sure, 100% sure.
Yeah. Robert here asks, pensez-vous que David Moyes and utilisé par Lucas Paqueta alors qu'il jouait pour Lyon?
Lucas Paqueta is fantastic player when he play for Lyon. I watch a game to Lyon. He's brilliant player, but I don't understand what's happened to. I won't say I don't. I'm not sure it's Moyes who doesn't use Lucas Paqueta very well. I said to you, when you play for West Ham, you have need to fight every game. I'm not sure Lucas Paqueta's fight
Hmm.
at every game. I watched 4, 5 games the last 2 months of West Ham, and for me, I'm not sure it's David Moyes is the problem. Maybe it's the player, because
Mm.
he doesn't fight like when you play for West Ham, you need to fight 90 minutes. And
Yeah.
him, I think sometimes he play very well 45 minutes, 60 minutes, may never 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But he's very, very good player.
Do you think it's different as well, because when you played for the club, it was very key and important that you fought for West Ham, played the full 90 minutes, and and played really well and gave everything you had. Do you think that's sort of changed a bit, and that's not as important, in this sort of day and age? And do you think that's probably why it's taken a bit of a downfall because of that there's not so much fight and passion there than when you were at the club?
Jack, I don't understand your answer, your question.
Okay, I'll rephrase it. What I say is, do you think there's less like passion and sort of fight there than there was when you played?
Yeah, my team was
Yeah,
not fantastic to play football, but we fight with the heart every game, and it's for that we finished in the top 6, top 7. I don't remember 6, 7. For me is the same. But now when I watch West Ham, you have some player like Bowen, like Weiss. He play with
yeah,
passion, but the rest of the team sometimes don't have the West Ham spirit. For me, is a good word. The West Ham spirit. So the fans doesn't want you are the best player in a football, but you want just you fight with your heart and you fight 90 minutes. For me, this is the best definition of West Ham.
yeah. Oh, brilliant. Comment here, and it says, is it true that you had to cut your hair because you won the Hammer of the Year?
Nah, it's not the truth. The truth is the real things is one day in the training ground. I remember I said to Trevor Sinclair said to me, he won't cut my hair. I don't know for what, but maybe it was, I don't know for what. And I said, if we won the next game, you can do what you want with my hair. And we won 3-0 against, I don't remember who. He cut my hair. And maybe, yes, 2 weeks after, he cut my hair in the training ground. Paulo Di Canio, Thomas Repka, take my arms, I can move, and cut my hair. It just for that. This is the real thing. Is the real reason.
Did you like your sort of long hair with the headband? Was that good for you? Did you like that?
Yeah, it was good. I was ugly, but I love that. My long hair was for me was my power. It's for that some people says when he cuts his hair, he doesn't play the same football. It's not true. It's not true. It's just I see some picture of me when I have long hair, and to be honest, I was very ugly.
I think I actually do have that picture somewhere because I had to save it. But yeah, with the headband with the blonde hair.
Yeah,
Did you think that?
Yeah, I remember, but this is not a good picture. It's when I play for Metz and we are to final league on the cup, and everybody have a new haircut, and me was blonde hair. I was
Brilliant.
terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you can see the screen, Sébastien, but I've just put the picture up on screen there. There it is with the
When I score, this is the first time I
yeah.
score, so I remember this picture. Yes, long hair. Yes, I'm not pretty.
Let's take some more of your questions then. Tom says, can you ask Sébastien why he'd always sit on his phone in the training ground? I used to wait hours to get his autograph.
Yeah, I remember.
Did you like that, talking to fans at the sort of like training ground and saying hello and everything?
Yeah, I love that, because for me the most important thing in one team, in one club, is the fan, because without the fan we are nobody. And for me it's important too, because when I was young, my dream was to play football, and sometimes I try to speak with the professional player, and I said the people doesn't want to speak with me, and I said if one day if I have this chance to be a footballer player, I won't speak with the fan, because for me the fan is the heart of the club.
Yeah. Oh, we are definitely. Yeah. Question it in French. I'll try my best. À votre avis, ou pensez-vous que Declan Rice après West Ham?
For me, I want to stay to West Ham, but if he leave, I doesn't want he go to Spurs for 100%. For me, if I have a choice, he leave to Manchester United. I doesn't want to stay to London because he loves so much West Ham. He can he can't stay to London. So maybe he go to Man City or Man United. But
Yeah.
maybe he stay to West Ham for the rest of this career. But for me, this is what I want. He stay to West Ham.
Yeah. Oh, we all want that. Peter says, who were your funniest teammates? I feel like there's two you got to choose from here.
Yeah, funny. Joe Cole. Joe Cole was so
Joko.
funny. Yeah, it's so funny. So sometimes he tried to speak French, but it was so
I
shit.
heard this.
Yeah, you are better. You are much better
Oh,
than
thank
Joe
you.
Cole. Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Cole. Joe, he tried to speak French with everybody, but he don't go to the school for sure. 100%.
Yeah. I heard from different people that you sort of like a few people tried to speak French with you and they weren't very good in the club, Joe Cole being one of them.
Yeah. Joe Cole, Jermaine Defoe tried to speak French too, but he's shit too. Paulo Di Canio speak French, but just the bad word, uh, like fuck you, like some word like this. Just that in French, it was good. And
Yeah.
Thomas
Swear words in
Webka,
French were good, were they?
yeah, and Thomas Webka tried to speak French too, but it was shit.
Brilliant. Question here: do you have any old West Ham shirts that you kept to sort of keep for yourself? Any shirts or memorabilia or things you kept?
I my first game against
Yeah.
Manu, I changed with Ryan Giggs.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
I have one of Thierry Henry because I play with him in a national team under 21. I have one of Dennis Bergkamp.
Yeah.
I have one of Teddy Sheringham.
Yeah.
I have one, and for me, the most important, Paulo Di Canio.
Paulo Di Canio. Brilliant.
Yeah, for me, it's the best one. Never this one, I sell this one.
Yeah.
Never.
Never. Right. One of the last questions in French before I stop embarrassing myself. Pourquoi pensez-vous que Michael Carrick n'a répondu que environ 30 sélections Angleterre?
Why he played just 30 game
Yeah.
in England team? I don't know. For me, he was one of the best player in England when he played. So I don't know. He's, maybe I understand because he's so nice. People. He's too. If I'm sure if the manager said you doesn't play, say, oh yeah, no problem, boss, I doesn't play. He don't have. He's so nice guys. It's for that he played just 30 games to the national team. For me, it's not enough for him. He deserves to have
Yeah.
100 for minimum.
Yeah.
He was one of the best player I never seen in my life.
Was he that good?
Yeah, very good and good man too.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. Because he's now Michael Carrick. He's gone and he's managing for Middlesbrough up north
Yeah,
in England, doing really, really well up there.
yeah, he's very good. Maybe if I don't want that because I'm not the chairman of West Ham. But if David Moyes leaves the club or he be sacked, maybe for me the first option for me is just my opinion. Maybe Michael Carrick to
Yeah.
be the manager of West Ham because he start to West Ham. He's a young man of West Ham, and maybe he can finish his career to West Ham. For me, I repeat, it's just my opinion. He will be a great manager for West Ham.
Oh, I think so. Many fans have kind of said that as well. That I think he'd be a great manager for West Ham. Just to finish off, then, do you have any regrets from your time at West Ham or time in football?
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
regrets?
yeah, yeah. I dream sometimes about what's happened to West Ham. To stay just 1.5 years to West Ham is my big regrets because if I have my mentality I have today, for me, I stay to West Ham 20, 30, 14 years for sure. To stay just 1.5 years, it was a big regret for me. Look, after 1.5 years to West Ham, I have West Ham in my heart. Imagine if I stay 20 years to West Ham. For me, my dream was to be Declan Rice. People who stay a long time to West Ham. Everybody love him. Everybody like him.
Mark
and
Noble.
For me, David Nobles.
Mark Noble.
David, his brother. Mark Nobles. For me, I'm sure if I came back 20 years ago in my life, I want to be Mark Nobles.
Brilliant.
This is my big progress.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think from the people watching, you can really see your passion and your love for West Ham, and only staying there for sort of 1.5 years. You speak really, really well of West Ham, and we all love that.
I love you. I love West Ham, and I want to stay. For me, it's very important to stay in this earth and in the head of the people, because I don't know if the people imagine who are if the people knows what I think about West Ham. He don't believe that. For me, West Ham is my second family, and I want to say thank you at everybody. And if you can back to West Ham for the rest of my life, I'm back for 100% sure. So I want just before you finish, I want to say I love everybody, every fans of West Ham. For me, the fan of West Ham is most important than the club.
Oh, brilliant. That means so much. Sébastien, thank you very much for coming on tonight.
Thank you too. Hey, Jack, you are a very nice guy. Maybe you finish in English TV. Not in English French TV, because you don't speak French, but you are very nice guys. And I want to say thank you to you.
No, thank you very much. Thank you everybody for watching. Can we have a come on you Irons?
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons. Thank you very much. I will speak to you all very, very soon. Thank you very much. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.